Our third practice is a breathing body meditation, which helps us to develop awareness of the breath in different parts of the body. You can do this meditation either lying down or seated, but either way, ensuring you are as comfortable and well supported as you can be before commencing the practice. Allowing the eyes to close if you find this helpful. So as we rest here, becoming aware of the breath moving in and out of the whole body, allowing the breath to just breathe, no need to try and control it in any way. During this meditation, we'll be becoming familiar with the experience of our breathing body. We will observe the sensations of breathing, paying close attention to this natural flowing process in different parts of the body. If you feel at all uncomfortable following the breath in certain areas, please do adapt the guidance, such as moving your awareness of the breath to a different region of the body. So to begin our journey around the body, we'll start where the breath flows in and out of the body via the nose or mouth. As we breathe in, perhaps noticing the nostrils gently flare out, and then they release back again on the out-breath. Spending a few moments now, becoming aware of this gentle movement and any sensations that arise from this. Perhaps there are also subtle sensations that you notice from the air you're breathing in moving across the skin of your top lip or the tip of your nose. As the air we breathe gets pulled into the nostrils, it flows past tiny hairs inside the nose and into the back of the mouth. Can you feel this part of your breathing experience? Sometimes we may find the temperature of the air flowing into the body on the in-breath feels cooler in comparison to the air we expel on the out-breath. This air which has already been warmed by the body. So perhaps spending a few moments observing if this is the case with your breath. Some of these sensations can be easy to miss. The invitation here is to notice what's present, but without the need to strive to create any sensations. What we're trying to do is bring a friendly curiosity to what is present. There's no right or wrong regarding what you do or don't notice. So when you're ready, moving your focus of attention away from where the breath enters the body and taking it to the region of the chest at the front of the body. As you breathe in, the lungs fill with air and the rib cage expands to make space for this. Then on the out-breath, noticing that the ribs come back together as the lungs let go of the air. We can often feel this as the chest rising and falling with the breath. So now spending some moments following this movement of the chest, not forcing it, experiencing it exactly as it is. noticing the flow, being curious about any sensations that might arise from this process. Maybe you have a sense of how the bones of the chest cavity, such as the sternum and the ribs, are protective and strong, but also flexible enough to move as we breathe. Taking some time to just observe the natural flowing breath in this part of the body. Remember, we're not needing to change any part of this experience, merely staying open and curious to whatever arises. When you're ready to move on from the chest, invite your awareness to move further down the body into the region of the belly in the lower abdomen. Paying attention to any movement that arises in the belly with each breath. This part of the body can often appear as though it's inflating and deflating every time we breathe. In reality, no air enters the belly at all. The movement comes from the diaphragm, gently pushing the stomach in and out as it stretches with each breath. We can think of this regular, smooth movement as being like an internal massage of the organs, the body parts working together in harmony, noticing any sensations arising in this region. Remembering not to force anything, merely observing the rise and fall as it happens. As the belly rises and falls, is there a corresponding change in the degree of contact your skin has against your clothing? And don't worry if your abdomen doesn't seem to move much with the breath. Some people naturally breathe higher in their torso, and that's perfectly okay. If you would like more experience of belly breathing, you could try lying on your back and resting your hands directly on your stomach. Imagine breathing into your hands. Perhaps you might notice them rising and falling to some degree as you breathe in and out. Or perhaps noticing the abdomen and stomach like a balloon. As you breathe in, the balloon fills. As you breathe out, it deflates. And then when you're ready, letting go of the abdomen and moving your awareness into the back of the body. Many people find back breathing to be a restful way of following the breath. If you have any trouble noticing the breath in the front of the body, this might be a good option for you. So, becoming aware of those parts of your back in contact with the surface that's supporting you, and how the sensations at the back shift and change with each breath. Perhaps you notice the back seemingly pushing into and away from the ground with each breath. Are you able to allow the back to really settle into full contact as you let go of the breath? Observing the ribs moving apart and back together with each cycle of the breath, the spine gently rocking to accommodate this. We can perhaps imagine this swaying movement soothing the spine in unity with the rhythmic breath. Noticing the breath as it moves throughout the back, bringing a friendly curiosity to whatever arises. As we breathe, allowing the body to be however we find it to be. You might prefer to follow the breath sensations in the lower back, at the base of the spine, where it joins the flat supporting bone of the sacrum. There may be small movements here observable from the breath, even this far down the torso. Or perhaps rather than an outright movement, you'll find there's a reflection of the breath in this part of the body. A variation of back breathing is perhaps to follow the breath in the shoulders, noticing how they subtly rise and fall with each breath. Or you might imagine breathing in and out of the neck, perhaps paying particular attention to the base of the skull. Remembering to take the role of an observer. Being curious about the sensations that we notice. So now we've explored the breath in specific parts of the body, see if you can let your awareness of the breath find its natural home. Breathing in and out of your chosen area, staying attentive to whatever arises with each new breath. Noticing the flow of the breath into and out of that area. And when you're ready, widening your focus of attention to have a sense again of the whole body breathing. And as we do so, we can perhaps appreciate the whole journey of the breath moving through the body. How it passes through the nostrils, into the back of the throat, along the windpipe, filling the lungs. Then as we breathe out, noticing the process is reversed. This life-giving cycle repeating over and over again throughout our lives. Simply observing this process through feeling the sensations that arise as we breathe moment by moment. And soon the bells will ring, bringing your meditation to a close when you're ready to do so. If you've been lying down, remembering to rise slowly, listening to your body as you carefully begin to move again.